Yeah. All right.
All right. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. We're just a few minutes late. Had some technical difficulties. And I also want to apologize in advance. My throat might be a little hoarse. I just got done teaching 3 tornado classes. So as you guys get tired from taking those tornado classes, I get tired after 3 teaching back to back. So anyway, I'm super excited today for you guys to join in our series, and I've gotten some great feedback, gotten some questions throughout the week that we're going to go ahead and tackle. But today's presentation really got me inspired, probably, actually it happened on Super Bowl Sunday. A friend of mine who I've known for quite some time, her daughter used to play soccer on my daughter's team. I've been asking her to go to Orange Theory for probably over a year and a half. Maybe some of you guys also have gotten friends or other coaches that have said, come on, try a class. It's only, your first one's free. Come on. But maybe you felt intimidated. Maybe you kind of felt like, I can't do it. Everybody else has been there for so long. Well, she kind of felt the same way. And what really got me inspired, though, was when I sat down and we were talking at the Super Bowl party, and she said, you're not going to believe this. And I said, well, what? Well, she said, hey, listen, I started out as a power walker. Now I'm jogging. And listen, that's only been a month and a half since she started. See, about a month and a half ago, I get a text from her, and she shows me the picture of her and the coach together. She started. She took that first step. And that's really the key there, is taking that first step. So I get it. But I do have a confession to make. I didn't always get it. When I was a younger trainer and coach, I didn't quite understand why some people didn't like to work out, why they felt exercise, just was miserable, and it didn't give them the same, kind of euphoria or feelings that I had. And I realized after working with clients, after actually being in management, that there's lots of different factors that go into it. And as I started to really mature and develop, I kind of came up with some ways that I started to work with people to get them to, venture in and take that first step, because really that's the key, is getting that first step. And once you start, okay, and you keep going, it gets easier and easier. Just like my friend who started out power walking and now she's jogging. And listen, that's just one story. I mean, ask any coach at any studio and I guarantee you they've got a story for you, because I've got another one at Allen who she just ran her 5K in November. First 5K. So it can be done. And I get that you're intimidated at first. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about some ways for you to embrace it and move forward, even if you feel like, hey, there's no way I can do this, okay? Now listen, if you're already there, and maybe you're kind of in a plateau, this is going to also help you too. So I've got some tips there too. So don't think this is just for the beginners, okay? So the first thing that I really want you to focus on is to develop and come up with a why, okay? You might have seen throughout some of the studios, I'm trying to think of if I can name them, but I know that some of them have, it says, remember your why, okay? So I always like this. I actually took it from a guy named Simon Sinek, I think that's how you say his name. He says, start with why. He has a book. He also has a TED Talk. And here's what I've done, though, is I've kind of morphed it, because his is a little bit more maybe towards business, but I use it in the fitness sense. And so when you have a goal, let's just say that your goal is, hey, I want to lose weight. Well, the first thing I'm going to say to you is why. I'm going to ask you why. And then I'm going to continue to ask you why 5 more times, okay? Because I really want you to dig down deep. I want you to find that underlying reason, because I want to lose weight is really superficial, okay? It's not to the core. So if we dig deep again, I want to lose weight because I want to look good. Well, why do you want to look good? Well, I want to feel confident. If I look good, I feel confident. Well, why do you want to feel confident? Well, if I feel confident, I know when I go after this new job, or if I know that if I'm looking for another opportunity, I'm going to have the confidence I need, okay? So keep digging deeper into that why. And when you get that final why, after that 5th time, I want you to write it down, okay? That is going to be what you're going to go back to, okay? And that's where that saying comes from. Remember your why. Okay, so when you get in there and you're intimidated, you're feeling like there's no way I can do this with everybody else, just remember your why. And remember, nobody else is worried about you. They're worried about themselves. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. They're not worried about you. You are only there doing your routine, your workout. So you can do this, okay? So go back to that why and start there. The second thing is I call them micro goals. One thing you probably have seen is a lot of these challenges pop up. You've got, like say somebody's doing a 21-day, 28-day, 90-day, 60-day, 6-week challenge. Okay, why do these challenges work? Because they're short term, okay? They're not long term. When we sit there and think about, oh my gosh, I want to lose weight in the next 6 months, we kind of get sidetracked with everything that happens. We're so busy. We got so many things going on, okay? Focus in on short term. And I say even micro. Listen, you can even dial it down to the first workout. Your first goal is just to get through the first workout, okay? And that doesn't matter if you just have to walk and take lots of options and everything else. Get through the first workout. That's the first micro goal. The other thing I just want to add to this, when I see sometimes people come in and they're really excited about working out, I'm really excited about them, what happens is that they go gung-ho. They go all out, like 5, 6, 10, 14 days straight. And what happens is that they overdo it. Your body wants to come back to homeostasis. It wants to kind of feel that it's not being pushed too far into change. That's just how we're wired, okay? So one thing to do is not to get too far on the other side, meaning like don't get over aggressive, okay? Set those goals to where you're doing 3 to 5 times a week, okay? We've got a question that we're going to talk about here that talks about soreness, and I'm going to tie into that, okay? So remember to go back to those micro goals. Set up a 21-day goal, because if you establish that habit in 21 days, it's going to take you 40 days to break it, okay? So you're going to be way ahead of the game if you get that 21 days. Maybe it's 21 days, I'm going to go 3 times a week, okay? For the next 21 days. So what is that? I do my math. 3 weeks, 7, I don't know. I'm not doing it. Trust me, I'm fried from the tornado. Okay, here we go. The last one real quick, though, is support, okay? I want you to find somebody that you can pair up with. Now, it's great if you have a spouse or significant other, somebody that's coming with you, they're your accountability partner, but make friends. Just a couple weeks ago, we had 2 members, they didn't know each other, they were kind of the same age, they were both working out, they got to know each other. Now they're coming every week together, same time, same class. When one's not there, where were you? We missed you, okay? I want you to find a support, okay? I want you to find an accountability partner, okay? So, I want you to focus in on those 3 things, all right? So, remember your why, micro goals, and support and accountability. And with those 3 things, I guarantee it, whether you're first time starting out, whether you're coming back again, or maybe you're just stuck, okay? This is going to help you no matter what, all right? So now, we're going to go ahead and open it up for some Q&A. I know that we have some people that have already put in questions earlier in the week, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and answer those. Now, if you have anything else, go ahead and just leave it in the comment box. We'll get that out to me so I can read it. And we'll go from there, okay? So let's see here. What do we have here? All right, I've got... Okay, so first question. I just started working out at OTF and can't get out of the red zone for long periods of time. And why? Okay, so one reason is, okay, first of all, we use a predicted max heart rate, okay? So we're not 100% in terms of what your max heart rate is. Some people have low heart rates, some people have higher heart rates, okay? So your heart rate might be in that upper zone, in that red zone for a longer period, but again, you might hear a coach say, do you feel lightheaded or dizzy, or do you feel uncomfortable? So for instance, if you're feeling uncomfortable and you're in the red zone, you're still okay, okay? Some people can work at higher heart rates, right? The other thing is that when you first start off, you might not be in as good a shape, okay? And that heart rate is gonna be a little bit higher, and that's okay. you'll notice that when you start doing frequent classes that heart rate won't get to that same level, okay? Also, you'll notice that on recovery times, you'll probably recover faster when you get into better shape. So when you first start off, yeah, you might be in the red zone for a little bit longer than what is normal and what we're saying, but that's okay. As long as you're not feeling lightheaded or dizzy, okay, and you're just feeling uncomfortable, you're going to be okay. Talk to your coach about that. They'll explain a little bit more and talk to your numbers, but really that's kind of it. Maybe some other things are going into there. You can also get your VO2 max done. That will help with that, get your numbers more accurate as well. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Second one that came in. Is it normal to experience fatigue throughout the day when you first start your fitness journey? Well, absolutely. And listen, I still get fatigued even after doing a really hard workout. Okay, so your body, as I mentioned before, is going to be put under stresses. Okay, when you're stressing your body that much, it's going to need time to recover. Okay, everybody's different too. Some people recover a lot faster. Some people need more time. Age is a factor. Unfortunately, as we get older, we need more time to recover. Okay, it's also important to hydrate. And this is another question I just want to kind of tap into. Okay, is, do I need to drink more water with increased activity? And I'm going to tell you, I went to a conference just about 6 months ago, and they said there's two things you want to do, and if you really want to see long-term results, is one, hydrate more, and two, get more sleep. Okay? So sleep is going to help with the fatigue, and the hydration is going to help also. Okay? You want to keep that body hydrated, especially if you have a really intense workout. Okay? Because you're going to be sweating and you're going to be getting dehydrated. You've got to get those fluids in. Here's the other thing though. Don't just hydrate during the workout. Make sure you hydrate before, okay? Get that water intake. If you know that you're going to work out the next day, make sure you're drinking the water the day before as well, okay? And I've got just a really quick last question. The soreness is unbearable. How do I cope? Well, listen, I'm trying to work on a product, get on Shark Tank. No, seriously. You're going to be sore, okay? And when you first start off, I mean, listen, there was times where I could barely move my arm down, okay? You don't necessarily want to get to that level, but sometimes it happens, okay? You need to get that recovery time period in, okay? Take the rest, take the recovery. The problem is that if you continue to work out and you're not getting, that soreness isn't going away, then you can risk injury. And that's what happens sometimes. So make sure you take that recovery, take that rest. Hydrate. Okay, get proper nutrients in, okay, electrolytes. All that stuff is going to help with your recovery, all right? So, listen, I know it's lunchtime. We don't have a lot of time here because we know people are going to have to get back. Thank you all very much for participating. Thank you all for the questions. Again, this is for you guys. We hope you're enjoying it. I've had some really great feedback. I'd love to continue to get some more. So leave the comments. Share it with a friend. If there's somebody else who needs to hear this today, please share it. Bring them to the studio. They get their first class free. We want to meet them. We are here. We want to change their lives. We want to help you too. With that, we're out. See you later. Thank you.